It sounds like the end of the Zach Wilson era is no longer if, but rather when. We now know the trade price apparently the New York Jets could get for Zach Wilson, and apparently the Jets already told Zach Wilson, you're leaving. Let's get into it.
Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field Gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor Gosh darn Sycamore, baby. For me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever been.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Paul Weston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BoyGreen25. Make sure you guys like the video. Hit subscribe down below for more juicy New York Jets insider. We got a brand new article for the Heavy on Jets page. It's in the YouTube description down below. And apparently, the Jets are going to trade Zach Wilson. The New York Jets apparently informed Zach Wilson that, quote, he will be traded after the season. This is per Doug Robinson of Desert News. Both Wilson and head coach Robert Saleh, quote, agreed to a mutual parting following the benching again of Wilson and before the team decided to return to him to the starting position on Sunday, according to that same report. So apparently the Jets approached Wilson, said, hey, buddy, this is going to be the end. There's 5 games left here. We'll trade you this offseason. And now it's basically your audition for the final 5 games of the season as we're recording this before the Houston Texans game. So 5 games left in the year. You're going to be traded. So, wow. And let's get into this. The trade potential price revealed for Zach Wilson is a 5th-round pick, according to Rich Cimini. An NFL personnel executive spoke to Rich Cimini. Again, we have full details in the article down below. An NFL personnel executive told Rich Cimini of ESPN that despite Wilson's struggles, that he could garner, quote, a 5th-round pick in a trade. Now, this is significant for a lot of reasons, because I'm sure a lot of you would say, well, a 5th-round pick is better than nothing, because if the Jets decided to cut Zach Wilson, just straight up release him, hey, it ain't working out, he counts $11.18 million against the cap. If they cut him, they would receive a dead cap hit of that same total. So they would save 0 finances. That is whether that is a pre-June 1 designation or a post-June 1 designation. That would not matter. The Jets would eat it the same. However, if the Jets traded Wilson for anything, 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, whatever, they would save cap relief in a trade scenario, but that would not exist if they cut him. The Jets, or whoever the Jets potentially trade him to, will have to make a decision on the 5th-year option on Zach Wilson's contract in May. Again, if he's cut, that will be irrelevant. He will sign a new contract with a new team that he joins. But if he's traded, that right goes to the next acquiring team, and they would have to accept their decline. I would imagine, unlike the Sam Darnold situation, where they had the same exact scenario where they traded Sam and the Panthers decided to exercise the 5th-year option, I would assume any team acquiring Wilson would decline that option, and then they would then have Zach Wilson for the 2024 season as a solo deal, and he would be set to be an unrestricted free agent in 2025. So that's the dealio. Those are the deets. The fact of the matter is this. Zach Wilson has not worked out here, and the part that I feel bad for Zach Wilson is that he was supposed to be on the bench all of the 2023 season behind Aaron Rodgers to learn from him, and it could have only helped to be like osmosis and absorb that intel and information of watching how a professional quarterback, a 4-time NFL MVP, operates behind the scenes, on the scenes, through the struggle bus and the high moments of the season that would have come with Aaron Rodgers, and Zach Wilson could have absorbed that. Unfortunately, he didn't get that opportunity because 5 snaps into the season, booyah, slap him on the cheeks, you're out there, Zachy, and he had to figure it out himself, and now his Jets career is likely over. It would be the only way that Zach Wilson could could potentially save his time here is if he somehow explodes in the final 5 games of the season. But even then, that would probably only increase his trade value as opposed to bringing him back. The Jets are bringing back Aaron Rodgers, but he's the only quarterback under contract not named Zach Wilson. So Tim Boyle, see ya. He's gone. Trevor Siemian on the roster. Goodbye. You're adios. Hasta luego. Brett Rippon, yeah, you're gone too. So the construct of the Jets quarterback room is likely going to look like this in 2024. You have Aaron Rodgers on top. Proven veteran backup. We'll get into that during the offseason on who that name could be. And then that third string will likely be a rookie the Jets take during the 2024 NFL draft, whether that's incredibly high or it's a mid-round selection. Again, more debating and things of that nature to come at that point. But in terms of the Zach Wilson era, again, it's no longer a matter of if, but rather when he moves on to another team. Could this be another Geno Smith scenario and he goes to, I don't know, the Chiefs or something, and he develops behind somebody, sits, no pressure, and then gets eventually to a spot where he starts, and we're like, the Jets are a bunch of idiots. Maybe. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is Zach Wilson has been one of the most least productive quarterbacks in NFL history when you look at the numbers to start a season. So it hasn't worked out, whether it's the Jets' fault or his fault. I lean more towards his fault than some of the play calling, of course, because the Jets have had talent around him, but it just hasn't worked out for whatever reason. It is what it is. The Jets, once again, will be searching for that long-term answer. Aaron Rodgers is currently the short-term answer, and that's great. But the long-term answer continues to elude the New York Jets. But Zach Wilson, that era, seems like it's over. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in for this quick video. Again, make sure you like the video, hit subscribe. Also, check out our daily live show here on the YouTube feed. It is live every morning at 7:30. It's called Boy Green Daily. It is a quick snack-sized 20-minute edition talking about the latest happenings in New York Jets land. And you can check out videos just like this as well. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.